Have for you this morning. And a section of Kenyans were taken aback by President Uhuru Kenyatta's son inability to speak Swahili without referring to a written speech. Muhoho Kenyatta read a Swahili speech from his smartphone when he accompanied Deputy President William Ruto to a recent campaign rally in Nandi County. A video of Muhoho struggling to speak Swahili has since gone viral, and Kenyans have taken up the challenge. Let us watch Jeff Koinange, Mzee Jalango and Chipukizi's rendition of the Muhoho challenge.
Nimefurahi sana kufika Nandi County. Ni mara yangu ya pili kufika Nandi. Asanteni sana kwa kuwa marafiki zetu. Wakenya tufanye kazi pamoja.
Nandi. Na nimekuja mara yangu ya twice. Sio wali ninakuja kwa na sana.
Si mara ya pili. Mara ya
twice. But then kila kitu iko sawa. Wameniwekea murasiko ndani ya kikapu pale nimekunywa.
Ningependa kuwasalimia watu wetu, alafu niwaambie ya kwamba asanteni sana kwa kuwa marafiki wa baba yangu na mimi na sisi nyote.
Alright, Kenyans won't just let that go. The Muhoho challenge has gone viral on social media, and a lot of people are actually taking to different platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and even Instagram, to take up the challenge. Away from matters politics on to matters arts and entertainment, Kenyan gospel singer GAIT has launched success cards which will go for 500 shillings for a batch of 5. The singer launched his new line of business yesterday at a city hotel ahead of KCP and KCSE exams, which will begin late October. Let us listen in to what he said. Alright, and moving on to another story. One of the finest female rappers Uganda has ever had, KEKO, has sadly fallen from grace to grass. This after the Make You Dance hitmaker took to social media to request her fans to raise money which will go toward offsetting her rent arrears. Ugandan media report that KEKO is stranded in Canada and took to social media to ask her fans to come to her rescue. She tweeted, and I quote, "Guys, I'm stuck in a shelter in Canada. I need help to come back home." KEKO is one of the biggest rappers Uganda has ever seen. Sometime back in 2014, at the height of her career, she revealed that she was struggling with drug addiction and alcohol, and even set up a foundation which was to raise awareness toward the fight against drug and alcohol abuse, and it was known as Sober Up So High. But sadly, she has relapsed, and KEKO now is asking her fans to help her even raise money for rent. That is so unfortunate, so sad. And on to another story, Basil Matters musicians. A video of P-Square brothers Peter and Paul Okoye embroiled in a scuffle at their lawyer's office has gone viral on social media. News surfaced Sunday that the two brothers are considering a split. This after Peter reportedly sent a termination letter to their lawyer demanding a termination of their partnership agreement between him and Paul and their other brother, who is the manager known as Jude Okoye. In the viral video, Jude can be seen threatening to beat up Peter. Paul also featured in the video telling Peter, "Shame on you." Shaking is one of the biggest hits, and they have a whole array of big hits, and it will be so sad to see this very multi-talented group split. And crossing borders to Zimbabwe, Grace Mugabe's 33-year-old son, Russell Goreraza, from her first marriage, imported 2 Rolls-Royce limousines, collectively valued at 558 million shillings, into Zimbabwe last Sunday. The arrival of the 2 high-end machines from the US sparked a huge celebration with French champagne following among Goreraza and his Harare friends. Zimbabwean media report that Goreraza told Pulse in Harare that his next vehicle due to arrive in the Zimbabwean capital soon is an Aston Martin. Let us watch a video of Goreraza admiring his cars.
All right.
Alright, that is Russell Goreraza. He is 33 years old, and he is the stepson of Zimbabwean leader, that is President Robert Mugabe, and he bought 2 cars, just two Rolls-Royce for 558 million Kenyan shillings, and he's so happy about it. And if I'd say how the international media covered this news item, they said Mugabe's son imports 558 million shillings worth of cars in a bankrupt nation. They refer to Zimbabwe as bankrupt, but the son is bowling big and heavy right there. Now it's upon you to decide whether if you are a president's son, you shouldn't really have fun, or you should have fun, but you have to proceed with moderation. All right. Finally, a Canadian MP, that is Selina Kaiser-Chavanes, delivered a powerful speech about body shaming to the House of Commons last week. In a video that has since gone viral, the 43-year-old Ms. Chavanes specifically addresses the fact that many girls in Canada and around the world have been shamed or banned from school for their hairstyles, and she thus decided to wear her hair in braids to make an important point. Let us watch that video.
That there are young girls here in Canada and other parts of the world who are removed from school or shamed because of their hairstyle. Mr. Speaker, body shaming of any woman in any form from the top of her head to the soles of her feet is wrong. Irrespective of her hairstyle, the size of her thighs, the size of her hips, the size of her baby bump, the size of her breast, or the size of her lips, what makes us different makes us unique and beautiful. I want them to know that their braids, their dreads, their super curly afro puffs, their weaves, their hijabs, and their headscarves, and all other variety of hairstyles belong in schools, in the workplace, in the boardroom, and yes, even here on Parliament Hill. Thank you.
And she received an ovation right there from her fellow MPs, and she said one thing which is very important: what makes us unique makes us different and beautiful. And I really do agree with her in that you shouldn't really be shamed for whichever body size or sense of fashion that you've decided to adopt, because at the end of the day, uniqueness, different people, different unique styles make up a beautiful nation, a beautiful people. And that story from Canada brings me to the end of Friends and Entertainment segment. Naona Dadio, aka Salim Swahili, ashafika kwenye building. I'll hand you back to Ann Kiguta to end this segment. For more entertainment news, log on to www.edaily.co.ke and follow the same platform on all social media platforms, that is Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Sorry, my Twitter handle is Red Brand O'Cott, and let's continue the conversation there. Kiguta 100, back to you.